One more question. What is the outlook for the yeshiva?
The outlook for the yeshiva, new extension, new building. Going further. Building. Never stopping. Bigger and bigger. More Rabbeim. More Talmidim. Hechere Torah. And stay on top, not get to the top. We're there on top. That's this Mesivta. Never higher and higher.
Goes back a little bit further than that. My son Chaim Shlomo, who's autistic, was taken into the yeshiva by Rabbi Bender in the 5th grade. It's a day I'll never forget. Rabbi Bender comes down the hallway from nowhere, opened the door, and he announced to the class, "This is Chaim Shlomo Loewinger. Let's welcome Chaim Shlomo Loewinger." And the whole class got up and applauded.
Mr. Loewinger wanted him placed in a Mesivta, and he figured that this would be the place that was so warm in accepting him in the elementary school, and therefore he felt that we need to continue on the Mesivta.
I had somewhat of a relationship with Rabbi Bender, and I visited him in his office, and I said, "We have to make Mesivta." He didn't quite take me seriously. He says, "Yeah, it's been talked about for a while. People had suggested it, but I said, "No." I said, "We have to do it." And I said, I made up my mind. And then we started making plans to make a building. Plans didn't exist, the building didn't exist. With a lot of siyata d'shmaya, the building opened up a couple of years later.
Loewinger was a visionary because it was huge base medrash. We were less than 100 people, and we thought, well, what are we doing here?
Everybody looked at me like, "Why are you doing this? You're making this base medrash that goes from here to here." I said, "Don't worry." I said, "It'll get filled up."
Yeshiva grew in every direction, and not just in numbers, but the yeshiva grew in quantity and quality.
From the 2 rebbeim that we started out with, right? Today we have this. We have a beis medrash, a wonderful beis medrash led by Rabbi Altisky. It's phenomenal.
It definitely was the devotion of the Rabbeim over here, which is unparalleled. The Rabbeim are true mechanchim, every one of them, and they see the koiches in each child, and they bring them out. The Rabbeim that I had in yeshiva, they made me who I am.
No matter how big it is, it's still small. Just like a father and mother and brothers and sisters. Mibsarcha al Tisalem, Darchei Torah has become a mishpacha. Rabbi Yankel brings Mr. Loewinger back and he says share. And then, during the day, they're learning together. Because that's Chavusashaft, that's Torah.
And there were many times that he asked us, let's try to help this boy. Let's bring this boy in and see if we can help him. And many of the boys were brought in and were very, very successful.
This yeshiva is so erlich. It accepts everyone in the community. I've seen Bachrim who really, because they were Amel B'Torah and they applied themselves, and suddenly their capabilities expanded.
The product of Mesivta Chaim Shlomo is a boy that has shleimus. He learns, he knows how to learn, he's able to learn, and he's also a sholem in midos. They learn to care, they learn to reach out, and they learn to give of themselves. Whatever he chooses to do, he'll carry that stempel, that stamp of Mesivta Chaim Shlomo boy.
I was also fortunate to have Chaim Shlomo in my class. It was a very, very beautiful experience to see how boys grew. He was part of the class, part of the fabric.
Chaim Shlomo had all the friends in the world, and he had no one. That's what Yeshiva Darchei Torah is all about. You have friends forever. He still lives in the neighborhood at the yeshiva some of the time when he's not home.
What was once a huge base medrash is way too small now, and we have a Mesivta base medrash, which we also, Baruch Shem, outgrew. It's very, very tight in there. And we're looking forward the new building. Mitzvah Hashem will fit everybody in.
I couldn't be more proud when I see my boys, how well they developed into becoming such a wonderful, wonderful Talmidim of this yeshiva, and their allegiance to the yeshiva is remarkable, and this we cherish.